Welcome in, you guys. Thanks for tuning in for another video. If you guys haven't, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and please leave a comment for me. And without further ado, let's just hop right into the content. So today, we're going to be talking about the first time that I ever did acid/LSD. And so this story takes place in my freshman year of high school. I was currently 15 years old at the time, and me and my good friend, who I'm gonna refer to as Jason, we had already smoked for the first time. We had already done it actually multiple times. We had done dabs, we had tried some of the things that we thought were interesting for a high schooler. And so the next thing that we wanted to try was LSD. And so we hit up a few of our friends, and we eventually stumbled across someone who we could buy it from. So on this particular day, we go to our other friend's house, who we're going to refer to as Ian. And Ian stays inside, and me and Jason go outside. And we go to walk up to the blue Honda Accord at the time, and we go pick up the 2 blue gel tabs. And at the time, they were in tin foil, so we didn't really think much of it. We were like, oh, maybe this could be fake, maybe it's not, who knows what's in it. And we were kind of just a little bit worried at the time, because we had only ever smoked weed, but there was just a lot of questions going into it. And so we kept it in the tin foil until we got inside, and then we looked at it and we're like, okay, this is acid, this is what it's supposed to look like, blah blah blah. But mind you, it was about 5 p.m. and we had to wait till Ian's parents fell asleep. So, we're just relaxing, we're just super excited, we're looking up stuff, we're talking to our friends, we're telling them that we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. And eventually the time comes around. So it's about 10:30, and me and Jason pull out the tin foil that had the 2 blue gel tabs in it, and we plop them out, we plop them under our tongue, and we just wait about probably 20-30 minutes until they fully dissolve. And one thing that we heard was, if it tastes like anything, spit it out. And it didn't taste like anything at all, so we kept it in our mouth. And I remember about 45 minutes in feeling a little weird, but not quite feeling it. I thought I was supposed to be feeling it by then, because Jason was already feeling it pretty hard, and I was like, well, this is weird. And Ian was like, well, there's this thing called a dead tab, which I don't even know if even exists still, but he's like, this tab could have not had any acid on it, or it could just be, something could be wrong with it. And so I was just like, I had that thought process in my mind. I was thinking that, oh, I got fake acid, or this acid isn't working. And probably about 5-10 minutes after that, I remember walking into Ian's room, and it just hit me like a truck. I just remember seeing visuals right away, and just feeling this this euphoria that I had never felt before, and it had felt so amazing. It just felt so great. And so me and Jason go to the room, like I said, and we're just talking, we're chatting things up. I'm asking how he's doing, he's asking how I'm doing, and we're doing pretty well. He says to me that he's never felt anything like this, and I'm like, I know, man, me either. It's something that you can't really explain, especially the first time that you do it. And so we had a few things that we'd written down, things that we wanted to do, things that we wanted to accomplish while we were on acid, but that never always usually happens. So I decided to FaceTime a few friends while he did the same thing. Um, I had a girlfriend at the time who I FaceTimed her, and it was just a really magical conversation, and he talked to some of his friends and his brother, and it was just a good time. And we eventually decided that we were going to finish the last thing that we had written down in our notes, which was to just kind of write and describe how we were feeling, so that the next day we could come back to it and see how it truly was. And slowly over time, after writing that, we slowly started talking again. And what felt like 20-30 minutes was actually 3-4 hours of us just talking, telling each other about how we were feeling, the things that we did when we weren't talking earlier, the mission that we had accomplished, and just everything that we had written down in our notes, and everything that we wanted to get done. We were telling each other what we had done, what we hadn't done, just kind of everything. And you know, it was such a magical experience for both of us both. We really did enjoy it. But what we didn't expect was to come down so quickly. Probably after about 8 to 12 hours, we started coming down, and we thought it was going to last much longer because, you know, we hadn't really expected too much. We had just looked up a little bit of stuff online, and we expect like 12 to like probably 20 hours. I don't know why we expected that our first time. We had a lot of bigger, you know, things going into it that we thought were going to actually happen, which ended up actually not happening. Um, so when we started coming down, we started feeling like really depressed and really sad, you know, because we were like, whoa, this magic is gone. You know, what we had felt for 8 to 12 hours is now gone. And we were just so confused, like, why we were feeling so sad and why we were feeling so negative and just like depressed. And so we did, you know, what we normally do, and we just ended up just smoking a shit ton of weed until we ended up being able to both go to bed. And like I said, you know, Ian was watching over us the whole entire night. He was making sure that we were safe. He was making sure that, you know, we were stable and everything was going according to plan, everything like how we wanted it to. And it ended up going according to plan. So waking up the very next day, we felt a little bit better, but we did feel a little bit depressed. And we ended up looking up online, you know, why we felt like this, and we ended up, you know, coming to terms why we felt like this, and that it was just going to be short term. It wasn't going to be very long. And so with that, I just want to say I really hope you guys did enjoy today's video. And so without further ado, make sure you guys please leave a like for me. Please leave a comment. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. And without further ado, let's sign out of this video. Much love to you guys, and peace, brothers.